What conspiracy theory do you believe is 100 true? Celebrities aren't actually giving their kids absurd names, they just aren't publicizing their legal names. People who post on AskReddit are BuzzFeed writers looking for content. That there are people rich enough to disappear. There must be some billionaires we've never heard of. That laundry detergent companies suggest using more detergent per load than necessary in order to force people into buying more often. The CIA is responsible for, well, not sure how much of a conspiracy, but I believe Alex Jones' attorneys did not accidentally send those texts to the prosecution. That 95% of social media comments on news stories FB, IG, Twitter are made by bots. This theory by a Redditor which was later removed, and the user was site-wide banned for reasons I don't know. Robert Kardashian destroyed evidence that would have convicted OJ. He was handed a Louis Vuitton garment bag by OJ's assistant right as OJ returned from Chicago. None of the cops paid any attention to him as he walked away with the bag. When the bag theory was discovered a month later, Kardashian claimed to have lost it. What food makes you happy instantly? Fries. Potatoes in any form, really. Homemade chocolate chip cookies. Warm, fresh bread. Mozzarella sticks, Reubens. I'm trying to diet. Why the hell did I click this thread? I love a classic PBJ. Chicken tenders, orphans too. A fried egg on anything. It reminds me of home. Glazed donuts. Macaroni and cheese. Nachos. Poutine. It's the only answer. Homemade lasagna hits different. Cheesecake. Donuts. Pho. Cheesecake. Lasagna with space brownies for dessert. Loco Moco always makes my day. Cannoli after visiting Italy and having the pistachio, and regular so good also if I ever get another rum bab. Absolute heaven. What's the best response to "you're late"? You're welcome. A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. Gandalf the Grey. Why? What did I miss? How do you know my menstrual cycles? Sorry I didn't want to come. I'm sorry I'm late. Thank you for your patience. This way, you're not acknowledging your screw-up, but commending the other party for waiting for you. Started doing this a couple years ago, and it works wonders. Time is a construct, you bitch. You're ugly. Tomorrow, I'll be on time, but, good morning seriously said to me by a technician who was a buddy, and smiling as he said it. You're right, I am. You care too much. Don't worry, it's not yours. Time is an illusion. I can go back home. Who's someone you looked up to or idolized as a kid that you now can't stand? OJ. Steven Seagal. Man, he turned out to be a raging douchebag. Bill Cosby. I used to watch wrestling back in the day when WW was in its Attitude Era and Stone Cold was on fire. Met the guy at an expo and got his autograph. Years later he married Deborah, one of the divas, and ended up beating her up. So fucking sad. This guy raked in millions of dollars and still thrives with the company even after retirement. So fucking sad how people like this can live like a king regardless of what they did. Rolf Harris. Appeared to be every bit the wholesome entertainer and a fixture on British TV for years, but turns out he was just another scumbag celebrity using his fame to victimize others. Stephen Collins. I grew up watching Seventh Heaven and wishing that Reverend Camden was my dad since my dad was shitty. You're stuck in a room with every person you've ever had sex with. What's your first move? Ask for all my hoodies back. Throw up. I have not made good choices. Auto-defenestration. Grab my wife by her wrist, raise her hand, and yell winner. Let's go around the room and introduce ourselves again, because some of the names I have forgot. Run a quick head count, and GTFO. It's like 3 guys. Let's go bowling except you chase. Go take a hike off a cliff. I bet you're all wondering why I have gathered you here. Put on my robe and wizard's hat. Dodge, duck, dip, dive and dodge. Finding out who's willing to do it again. Wonder why my hand is just weirdly floating around an empty space. Line them up by performance. Like. As they are now. Or as they were then. What are the best yo mama jokes you got? Yo mama's so fat, when I had a threesome with her I never met the other guy. Your mama's so fat, her memory foam mattress wish it could forget. The earth was flat until they buried yo mama. Yo mama so ugly, criminals break into her house just to close the curtains. Yo mama so ugly, her portraits hang themselves. Yo mama so fat she doesn't have a waistline. She has a coastline, said that one to my wife a few years back, but forgot the mama part of it. The memory still hurts. Yo mama so fat, when she goes on a diet, the stock market drops. Yo mama so ugly, she threw a boomerang and it refused to come back. Yo mama so fat, I took a picture of her last year, and it's still printing. Yo mama so fat that when God said, "Let there be light," he told her to move out of the way. Yo mama so ugly her blowjobs count as anal. What childhood memory still fucks with you to this day? My uncle tried to kill me. The man next door being arrested. I thought he was friendly, but he was grooming. I never forget when my parents asked me if he ever did anything. He was a family friend, and we talked, and I actually spent time in his house. Tried to think of something, and thought I didn't have anything. Then I started remembering one thing after another, and now I'm not okay. Being raped. Don't hold me back that much anymore, but get proper angry when guys make jokes like, "Oh well, she is legal into 3 years." Being exposed to pornography with some family friends, cousins, then all practicing what we learnt whenever we saw each other. I was so young I can't remember the age, but I could walk someone through what happened like it was yesterday. I know these people still, and we've never spoke about it. I feel like the abuser, but also the victim. It's like bad dream, but I know it happened. No.